That's a cool. Um,
Cool what?
what's it called? The 1000. What's that called? What do you call it? Milestone.
Milestone, yeah.
Lord.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It's like the first 100, 500, 1000.
Yeah. Exactly.
Talking about almost hitting 1000 subscribers. For anyone that might watch this video later, we're waiting a little bit so more people can come in here and join us for the recap. But yeah, if you don't want to sit there and wait, I'll probably put a timer on when we actually start, and you can just always skip ahead. But yeah, I'm just gonna do some quick promotion. How long ago since you saw this season, Ninman?
Oh, probably when we released last episode of season 3. So
Did we go through it all then?
I believe so. Yeah, we did like.
Makes sense. We would.
The whole week. We had like a whole week program. With like those days we watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So pretty long ago, but not super long.
Okay.
Have you watched it since?
I probably have, to be honest, 1 or 2 times, I believe. Also, I'm gonna do an. Should I do an at everyone for this? Like, it's not. I don't always do that.
Sure.
I'm gonna do an ad here. I'm gonna be a chicken. I cannot handle the rage of the adheres. Oh, at everyone. Okay, so.
You get so many. We already know what meme image it's gonna be, dude.
Yeah, it's that rage one.
What is your name? Question of the day, Beggar.
Because Simon did a question of the day, which was who's your favorite streamer, but you can't include Brager. And he would remove anyone that said Brager, so I named myself Brager.
Nice. The camera is like kind of too close to my face, so I feel like I'm always kind of out of frame.
I feel like I'm too far away from the camera, no one like when we're like next to each other.
Yeah, we're very. I'm really close up, you're really far away. I'm gonna try to sit back a little like this. We'll see.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, I got a ping. I will watch through season 1 of Shattered Crown with Inventrax and we will comment on everything as we go through. Spoiler for all seasons.
Oh no. Spoilers.
Oh. Spoilers. If you haven't watched season 1 to 3 yet, what the hell are you doing? Like, seriously.
I mean, there are some new people there. Actually, there's a lot of new people.
Yeah, you should watch it now, in the small time we have before we start.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just watch 3 seasons.
And...
No viewers yet.
No.
Just me.
Well, we're gonna be watching season 2 and 3 too at some point. I don't think we should set a schedule because you're very busy with your moving stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait, when do you go to America?
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
So in a little over a week. So hopefully we can do at least 1 season before I leave.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a 1 hour, 1 hour 11 minutes. That feels so small now considering like the other 2 seasons. Okay. I am feeling about ready to get started, if you are.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's stop the music. So, before we start though, like, do you have any thoughts about the first season? Like, general thoughts?
Well, feels like weird to say it, but the first season is just kind of like a really slow build up. It's not a lot happening compared to the other seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But well, it's the first series. It like sets up a whole lot of stuff. It's not my favorite, but that's.
Yeah, it's hard to me for me to say it's my favorite either, but like, and I've said
the farther you go, I think.
I've said it before too that if there's anything I could redo, I would redo season 1 to do it better. But at the same time, I am proud of the time spent on it. I'm proud that it's there, and it sets up the other 2 seasons pretty well.
Yeah.
And with that, let's get started. Are you ready to press?
I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Stars. A ship.
A ship?
No, it's not.
What?
Wow, I thought
It's
it
the palace.
It's the palace. This shows how much I
Which looks a lot better now on the server.
Yeah. Palace looks awesome. Also, if we like, because we're gonna be saying these things, like if we were to redo this scene, like with the things we do in season 2 and 3, this would look.
Oh, did you notice that cut, by the way?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, when I look up and look down again at the palace, like something has fallen over, that was a cut. That was a sneaky. I was so proud of that cut. Like, nobody's gonna notice it. Yes, Becca, nobody noticed it. Didn't matter. That was actually some of the first things we actually shot too.
Yeah, this was before I was around.
Oh, you weren't around before season 2.
Yeah, I was there for like episode 10, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we had to actually ride the same horses between sets, which was like this giant ass.
Right, they were like saved somewhere separately.
Yeah, we made like bridges from set to set so that they wouldn't die. Oh, there we could have used structure blocks to close and open the gate. Would have been so nice.
It's a lot different.
Oh, like you'll ever outlive me. Not so subtle hints. Oh, look at those arrows at the back of the seats.
Yeah, and the flappy hands.
Wow, Valian, why do you sound so dark? Oh, there's... Oh, wait, I just noticed that Charlie's in that scene.
Yeah, Charlie and Abigail are both in that scene.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Yes, it was.
I'm pretty sure it actually was. I'm pretty sure it was in the script.
Yeah, I don't know how obvious it is, but it's like he's going across different regions, promoting it. And I imagine the one where he spoke to in front of Charlie and those guys, that was in front of or in Kalo or something. Not important, but it was just something in my mind.
I don't think that was very obvious.
What, that he cuts from different locations?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when when AC had to like redo the scene, and he did it almost exactly like him. Like there was barely any difference.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Alistair.
It's also weird watching this now, like knowing the progression all the characters go through.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that Pokemon trainer guy.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't know if it's a Pokemon trainer, but he looks...
Do you mean the pirate?
Is that a pirate?
It looked like a pirate to me.
He's kind of piratey.
What?
Excuse me, sir?
Shouldn't you be with your father preparing the troops? Scott has already moved ashore. One of his ships got stranded in the storm.
The big one?
The big one.
The Storm
Wouldn't
Chaser.
one of those poor bastards have to drag that
I wonder if we'll see that again in the future.
Anyway,
Sir?
Probably not important.
Shouldn't we prepare the men?
you go get them assembled, and I'll be there in a moment.
Will do, sir.
Good speech.
Oh look, the bad guys.
I wonder if these guys are good or bad. Can't tell.
Stephen Russell, and I am the son of General Scott. We are about to reach shore. In the moment our feet touch the sand, we are in Death's house.
How can I help you?
The boat is sounding kind of gravelly.
We just had to take this moment before we get to shore. It's not often that commoners like us get to talk to the great.
Can you imagine, like, try and imagine this
Help you with?
as realistic, and they're just flailing their hands like us, just sit there.
We don't really see eye
Yeah.
to eye.
Oh,
Ridiculous.
Tell me about it later. Right now, we should just join the assembly.
Just
Molly, why
wait a
always
second.
when I start streaming you start meowing and want to go
Our
out?
fair share.
But those first steps represent your willingness
He
to
just
lend your
wants to be on
lives
camera.
us. And that is a gift we will not take lightly. Our cause is just. The traitor prince must fall, and the innocents fallen before him will be avenged. We will be the ones to bring this man to justice.
I'll look into it. We really should go join the others.
I'm not finished yet.
But before we take our first steps into battle,
Ooh, the cut between the two frames.
remember the fall.
Attention.
I realized, like, how... yes, very bloody. I realized I had such a calm track in the background for that, which should have been more tension-packed.
Everybody to the front.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, this is like my second Machinima, so...
This is a long time ago. 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Over 3 years ago.
There's more. Everybody, get off the ship.
Everybody. This I should have cut sooner.
Keep screaming.
There's nowhere to
An
go,
elf.
Alistair. It's a shame Gustavus isn't here to finish you off.
Hey,
also.
you don't look
What are
like
you doing
Daryl.
here?
There they are! You think they will surrender?
Who are the good guys? Who are the bad guys? You can't know.
Mm-hmm. I would like to have done more with Martin and Lewis together.
Yeah.
Like more missions for them to do.
Give them a little more backstory.
At least build their relationship more, as they kind of get like split up in the middle of the season.
You alright there?
Yeah.
Abigail Hartley, sir. And thank you.
Like the relation between Abigail and Martin is kind of built up bigger than the one between Lewis and Martin.
You came as quickly
Well, I guess it's more so assumed because they're brothers that they have a relationship.
We should move out.
Yeah.
There are probably scouts watching us right now.
I agree. Bakers, lead the way.
Yes, sir.
This is so long ago that it's like feels weird to
Tribes.
think about. Oh, we made
Nobody
this
knows
kind of
our
thing.
lives
Like,
they do. Unless you have them on your side.
Maybe we should send out a party to try talking with the tribes.
Yes, we have. But either they don't come back, or we find their bodies marked by the death thorns.
hello, Skilled.
We are not messing with the death thorns. We are here.
This was actually a
rebels,
scene
rebels only.
that was from when I was a kid.
Shall only
Like,
slay
I remember
edged
drawing
and
this
silent,
scene.
and nobody is to go into their territory.
Whenever we set up camp, they've been there. Whenever we resupply, they've been there. These rebels are hard to shake off and flee.
Pretty cool to imagine how it like
Clearly
grew
there are
out from
spies in our ranks.
how you had an idea
Don't
when you were a
have
kid
time to
to
deal
like
with
this
rats.
whole
Well, we can stop
universe, the fleshed
No.
out story.
I need you two with me.
It's
See,
now a
they
lot
should
bigger
be
than
quite
what I
alright.
imagined it would
You
be.
think you could locate the rats for
Yeah.
us?
I will do my best, sir.
Good, that's settled then. Tomorrow we bring the new recruits to inside.
So this is when Steven started setting the plan to catch the rebels. And see, what was it Martin and Luz were supposed to do now? Inven is one of the producers
There you
who helped
are.
me write and
She's just looking for you.
make Shadow Crown.
Actually, my aunt's. What did she want?
Well, she didn't know where you
I
went.
do look different.
Tell her I'll be right there.
You two are going on patrol.
Got a new
to
haircut
Lewis
a couple days
East.
ago.
Not going with Alistair or Steven?
They're being held
Okay,
up
I
by
just gotta
police.
let the cat out, but keep going, keep talking.
All these characters we now know so well. We're just first time seeing them back
So
then.
what brings you to a shithole like this?
I lost my parents in the war.
My condolences.
No, not dead. They were taken. I hope to find them one day.
That's why we're all here, I guess. For revenge. Don't worry. The rebellion might end sooner than
Okay. Oh, the walking scene. Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
we're just doing Walking Simulator.
These was so hard to do. Because I wasn't sure how to film them really at first either.
I thought they had to stay behind.
change of plans, I guess.
So now you can tell that
Sir?
Okay, everybody.
um,
we need to
they're
secure
not
the
giving
area.
information around to everybody, so they're like
We should be
confused to what is actually going on.
I seem to be the last one standing, so.
And you should help me guard this area.
If you don't mind me asking, what's in the bag? Guess not.
I think I was missing a line there.
I'm from Yaron, sir.
I just think the spacing is weird. He's supposed to not react, I think.
My first cameo.
What is it?
We caught some rebels in a trap further back.
Oh, that's
Steven's
good news.
character changes
Well,
so
that's what
much
we're doing, I
throughout the
guess,
We
series.
are doing what I told you. We're securing the area.
Martin and Abigail, you two will be setting up a little camp here to guard this area for the first night. Trust me when I say this might be the most important task of your life. Under no circumstance, let the bags out of sight. Am I perfectly clear to you two?
Yes, sir.
The rest of us need to start heading back to base before nightfall.
Spooky mystery bags.
The bags aren't even that important, really. They're the explosives, right? That
Yeah.
blow up later. But like, really, this is just to keep them together and be taken. Spot the next episode. This was also the first time Ninus and Mob body acted. And now this scene is the Ravagers burning down the village. Dude, we did so much retconning.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, I mean, you don't really know where the story is gonna go.
It's because it changed so much, like from the original plan. And I didn't plan the other
We are
two
about to
seasons
move through
afterwards
Dragontooth
because I
Park
just
in
wanted to
the
make sure I
mountains.
did the first
We
season.
need 2 skilled warriors with us. Good to have you with us, Lewis.
Good.
You're new. Why should we trust you with our lives?
I'm the best
Yeah.
in hand-to-hand combat, and nobody has beaten me in accuracy with the bow and arrow. So there won't be anyone here more capable than me to watch your back.
You're just everywhere now, aren't you?
Oh, you will thank me when I save you. Can't wait to see the ship that everybody's talking about.
Yeah, she is something, alright. So, do you think Abigail will be fine down in Osiro?
Oh yeah, she managed to drag me all the
More
way.
walking.
I think she can handle anything Incyro has to offer.
So, you and your brother, how did you guys end up here?
We're close friends of Alistair and his family, and we've been close ever since the Civil War.
What civil war was this?
Our families used to have our kingdom on this continent, until the Northerners rebelled.
Backstories.
On top of that, the Deaththorns started to wreak havoc.
Need to quickly add the
Pushed us
backstory so that when he dies, it's more sad.
The Deaththorns?
The Northerners were a tribe that settled in our people, but the Deaththorns were already there. If you even stepped 1 foot inside their territory, they'd come for you like a
Covering so
bush,
much history in just
completely out of the night.
a few
Is that why we're here?
sentences.
To watch out for
The
Death?
Northerners, the Deaththorns, the
Well,
Cantruk,
yes, but
the Thunder.
We are here more than anything to make sure the rebels don't try and interact with them. The last thing we need is for them to work together.
Understood.
So, is Charlie okay?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Well, she seems very aggressive with her parents gone.
She was lucky I was there when it happened. And I know
Ooh.
Chance to find
In case you
my
forgot.
sister. I want to
We
find my
showed
sister
this 5
just
minutes
as
ago.
much.
And you think they're here?
No. But we still need
I
to
do
find
like
a
the
way to
grayish
protect them.
outline
And this
for the
is where we all
flashback though, which you don't have in like the first scene.
Mm-hmm.
It does make it more obvious since you know less of the story at that point, and can be
What are you
like
doing? What's going on?
less obvious that
Yeah,
it's a
here.
flashback.
Yeah.
Where did you put the bags?
What? Yeah, they'll be fine. I buried them.
Oh yeah, those are important.
Oh right, bags. So we'll just bury them. We don't even need to protect them.
Please, please let me go. We want to help you fight them. Don't you understand me? You have to understand something. Trust me, you want the help of Jasabis.
Did you notice that it was inside and doing that voice too?
No.
Yeah, I can tell. But yeah,
I'm like the
I
Babora.
guess we don't have to worry about the rebels working with Deaththorns anymore.
He might be a rebel, but he's still human, so show some respect. Alright?
It's almost like I'm a rebel too.
One of them are missing.
that'll
Get
nod.
behind the hay bales, quickly.
Yes, the Deaththorns have a long running fear for hay bales. They will not look there. Yeah, Alice's father lives.
Campfire, yes.
That means there's probably someone been here. Or might still be here. Maybe behind those hay bales. Nah, I'm thinking I'm gonna ignore them.
The best way to keep hiding is to talk.
Yep. They're being very subtle.
He is the best in hand-to-hand combat and can hit anything with a
Oh,
bow.
here comes Ninus.
Psst. Come here. Don't let them see you.
Hey, show yourself. Come out of the shadows.
Get over here, you fool.
Abigail and Martin, why are you not at your post?
Deaththorns.
What?
Death. Thor.
Shit. Run.
Run.
I'll go get Alistair.
Do you think they got him?
Oh, hello there.
No clue. We can
That's-
only hope and see how it's
I like how he comes out of the shadows there.
Don't think they'll find it in here, though.
Doubt they'll find us in here. That's a long pause.
That's a really long pause. There you go.
As I thought it would. But you can never know when there's so many enemies around you.
Must be strange.
Every time they're walking, it's 4 people.
Right now, and also the most hated.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure the traitor Prince Jassavis takes my spot as most hated.
So why is Scott over here and not at our base?
His pride and joy, a battleship, got stranded on an island on this side of the mountain. I'm pretty sure from messages I've been getting, he's made it into his own personal castle at this point. Even though he hasn't sent an official report on the matter.
Must be one.
Hasn't sent reports because he's secretly working on undermining Alistair.
Welcome to our pride and joy.
And siding with the Death Thorns.
You can really tell, like, with this upcoming scene, how Scott is, like, being portrayed as, like, the... like, mean... Well, I don't know where I'm going. It's really setting up his character in this scene.
There was when I first thought about doing Shattered Crown as a machinima, and I started planning out scenes. The first idea that came to my mind was Scott sitting on a throne in his ship that he made himself, and confronting Alistair about it, or like in just their confrontation. Was the very first thing that inspired me.
Psst, come here. I need you guys to keep an eye on his men. I don't like that he's got his own little operation over here that we don't know anything about.
He should be ready to see you now.
Do you
Or
mind showing them
Stephen
around
being
while I talk
stuck
to your
between
father?
everyone.
Should not be a problem.
Hopefully I won't
Yeah.
be too long.
He really got the bad end of every part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was a breaker in the background. Oh, hey, this is the scene.
I recognize those steps.
Oh, this is awkward.
Is that my
First
good
scene.
friend, Alistair?
Good to see you too, Scott.
Please, take a seat.
Yeah, I could have done this better.
Oh, it's just really hard to do in Minecraft. I think it's just... you don't get the tension at all that you'd like here.
I should have just had him like just carry it over there. The idea is just that he's dragging the chair, because, which I tried to do with sound effects, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, the sound effects make it a little better, but it's just weird. Sadly.
So, to what do I owe this glorious visit?
We have been setting up our base, and everything should be ready down in Incyro. But I'm sure you already know all that.
I do.
So, I guess we're up to date on my status then. Now, why do I seem to know nothing about what you've been up to?
Don't you worry about what I do. I have everything under control.
Technically, I am your superior, and I will not stand for this.
Technically, you're nothing more than a pawn to get people to fight for us. So I do not have to answer to you, seeing how I am actually here to do your work.
I'm fully aware of why I have my position, but it is still my position. So you will tell me what you're doing, or face the consequences.
So this is Scott being showing his frustration with that, even though he's the one that they sent to kill all the kings and queens of Landra. Like, he did all the dirty work for the 8, and still they put this son of the guy he killed
For some reason,
in like leadership of the army, when that should be him. Like, that's what he feels. It should have been him getting all the praise. He is the... Alistair is literally all that he wants to be.
Yeah, it really makes sense that he like keeps trying to
You two are new.
push
we just arrived.
to being the leader.
You're
Mhm.
imposters.
And like,
Things are getting
he lets him know too, like,
I would hope so.
uh,
Would hate to
you're
drag
a
over there
puppet.
to clean up after you.
Would hate
Yeah,
for
same with
Alistair
his
to have
men
to drag
here
you
in
away
this
from the
scene.
safe.
Mhm.
How they are
I do
talking
not
like
answer
to
to
Alistair's men as if they're nothing.
I know a true leader when I see one, not some knight in shining armor.
Which, in my opinion, helps
Right here.
Yes, sir. We were just
later
about
on
to
when
go.
when they switch over to rebels, makes the side split feel more natural because there's always been that split.
Yeah. Well.
Also, this scene right now, this is when they go to meet the Deathhorns, which is not said, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah, real friendly.
We are leaving.
What's wrong?
Ask your esteemed father. Let's move.
What happened?
What is that?
Attention.
Well, I remember everybody used to have like this predictions of who Jasabas actually is, but it's like he's just Jasabas.
Yeah, he's just this guy.
It's Jasavas. Get off the bridge now.
They really did not choose the right side to run to. And really nice, like, view of this amazing set. It's really cool. But like the set itself is really nice.
I feel like it's a staple of Shadow Crown. It stands out from any other story.
Yeah. It's also the first big scene that's like special.
Where is he? Charlie.
Because like in Cyro is a big scene, but it's just a canyon. While this is
Charlie.
really something special.
I think if I were to redo this now, I would make that rebel attack more bigger. Not just a hit and run. I would have it be an actual attack.
Send someone out to get Alistair. Move out.
Yeah. And part of the fact that they like aren't more protected is because of the argument with Scott and stuff. They just run off angrily.
I'm not gonna let this moment
Because if that didn't go that way, probably they wouldn't have been so careless and angry.
Yeah.
I won't just stand here.
You're wasting your time chasing that man.
Oh yeah, I don't know if no, I tried to show it in the earlier shot when Lewis asked like, "Why aren't you looking?" But it's because Charlie, as a rebel, she's like, "Wait, should I help this man? I feel like I should."
Is he okay?
Also, it's so weird seeing Steven with them.
Where did your father go?
I'm so used to the second season Steven.
Beyond that,
But Steven is really like
we should really start heading back as soon as he can get himself on his feet.
main like gray character. But like not really on either side trying to find like the best way. Well, the other characters, even if they switch side, they really clearly switch sides. But Steven is really the most gray aligned character.
Of course.
I've been looking over our options, and I elected you and 2 others to lead your own groups going forward, as the 3rd Tiger.
Who are the other two?
Lewis is already leading his, but I also added Die from Epilogue.
What is expected from me now?
Well, we can lower security at the north side of the wall, so you can ready your group.
Third Tiger is a reference to in the original story she always had this tiger following her.
One more. Will the others move too?
Lewis and Die might be with you at the end of tomorrow. Oh, don't tell anyone of our conversations, okay?
I think that was a setup.
Is
Oh, I would have done more with Die too.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we really don't learn a lot about Die. Like, we
I think
learn
he's a
more
pretty
about
cool
him
character. But
after he dies than
I
before,
think
really.
you've proven your worth to both
Yeah.
Stephen and Alistair.
Still unexpected. Did he give you a group of tasks?
Well, he could have been like a whole
He
lot,
did.
because
Let me guess.
technically he's
Master
on the same
Supply.
level as
Exactly.
both Charlie and
You
Lewis.
should not worry.
Mm-hmm.
I have trust issues.
I don't blame you. Oh, I forgot.
I guess his family comes from a line of fighters, right? Since both him and Elia
Both them
are
and
fighters.
replacements have failed to report back.
Have you sent anyone to look?
That makes sense.
My group and I will be heading out tomorrow.
I'm coming with you.
No, we cannot leave the base with only one group guarding it. You and Dai will have to stay here. I'm sure they're fine, and we'll get them back to base. You have first watch on the front gate tonight, right? I can take it if you want to rest.
You need it more than I do. I can handle one night.
Excuse me, sir. It's done. Now we just have to wait.
That's
Yeah,
good.
he was
I
setting the bait.
wondering. I'm not sure if I should be thankful or angry that you came for me that day at the bridge. Why did you not follow your father?
I see your importance in this world. The tales about you are not as far-fetched as you would think. My father did what he thought was right, and I did what I had to do.
It is good to know I have you by my side. Now, I heard you liked fishing.
Oh, thank you, Skeld. I think this was the handlebar guys helping me record this one. Because I remember I was doing a pan up the wall and then Buzz was like twerking on it.
Okay, we're done for tonight. We move south tomorrow.
It's not really said how like Charlie keeps in contact with the rebels, because she just learned that she would have like the only watch tonight.
Yeah.
Well, they're already prepared, kind of. Oh no, I guess
That's
are
what
they
she's
not?
doing now.
Yeah, I guess so. In my mind, she didn't go all the way over here.
Oh. He's been waiting for you.
Yeah.
Makes sense. The handlebar helped with that scene, because
There's a chica.
Chica build.
Spot the next episode.
These fade to blacks are very long.
I'm so sad I don't have the set anymore.
Been out for a walk?
Force is full of life. You should go see for yourself.
I prefer it behind the wall, where I'm not being stabbed in the back.
Come on,
Oof.
let's try to actually use.
Very oof.
Big oof.
Sir, we shouldn't tell him either. He won't be able to keep it together.
We need him to set up the rescue mission. As long as he keeps quiet, it will be fine.
I take it by your silence, it's not good news.
You know we are in the middle of a crucial time of our operation. We can't afford any slip-ups. You understand this, correct?
Yes, of course.
Secret,
Martin?
secret.
We found one of their replacements crawling back towards base. He was in no state to speak, but I think we can guess what he would say.
Death thorns.
We moved into Encyro on location and found 2 bodies, but not Abigail and Martin, which leads us to believe they got captured.
I'll get my group ready right away.
Do not inform the others. I can't express how important it is that you keep this to yourself.
Not even Charlie?
She will know, but all in its time.
Hello, Primal.
They're moving out already?
I heard nothing of this.
So many cameos.
What's going on?
Hmm.
Did something happen?
We are just moving out early. Orders from
Who did you spot?
Well, then anything
It's
to do with
Enon.
that, or just
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised you remembered that skin.
Of course. I know.
The emerald skin.
Take it up with Alistair.
We're good. We're just watching over the season 1.
We're not being told.
I
That's the skin I knew NNS.
Mm-hmm. This scene isn't too bad. I'm pretty happy with this scene. Look at all these people that are not Blockbuster. These actual people.
I hope for your sake that this works.
Just call your men here.
Yeah, back when you needed like 7 people for a recording session.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get this moving?
In a moment. This is a great opportunity for us, so we won't miss it.
You all will be hiding out under our sleeping quarters. There's to be no noise.
Yeah, there are real people in all seasons.
You were all dead.
We had maybe some NPCs walking in the background later on, but... No, wait. The battle in season 3 was NPCs.
Yeah, there are...
What are you doing?
A few, maybe?
Lou's acting weird. He must be worried about Abigail.
Understandable. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be better informed of the situation.
Hopefully. We should get some rest then.
Who's gonna fuck up? Who's gonna fuck up? He fucked up.
Oops.
What was that?
What was what? You heard something at the gates?
No, it came from behind you.
I didn't hear anything. Go get some sleep if you're hearing things.
This is really such a big moment. That doesn't feel that big right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like the consequences are...
This is gonna haunt her from for all the season.
Yeah. Like haunt her like mentally and like literally.
First big TC consequence, I guess. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's alright,
Yeah.
Charlie. It's okay.
Oh.
The timing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Do you think it was a good choice to do this? Like, story-wise?
Ever kill him?
Yeah. Like, it always made sense in my head that she would do that because he's on the other side. She can't afford to do this. What if everything falls apart? What if she can't find her parents?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Where have you been?
But at the same time, it did start a lot of people disliking her character.
Well, it's a war. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, he would have found them and alarmed everyone. It just... Like, it's sacrifices that she knows she had to make.
But he didn't give me much choice.
I think it's an important part.
You really think you know someone and you literally hand them your life. Being one of the 3 tigers was not a task given lightly. Somehow this slipped past us. Such a waste of talent. The traitor Dai from Ebelon did not succeed in his plans of infiltrating our base.
Ebelon.
Stephen shall stay behind and guard it as we move south to Insyra. Now prepare for a long walk.
So, thing is, Alistair and Stephen knows that she did it. Even though they're blaming Dai. But it's all... they're just play on getting closer to the rebels. Is to have her believe that she is not
I'm sorry?
been revealed.
How many?
They're all alive, but are most likely being sent to Yaran as we speak.
Tell me,
How did you manage not to get caught, huh? You're not warming up to your parents' captors now, are you?
I was caught, but Mantis turned out as if he was the one escaping me. I had to kill him to sell the story.
I see. Their next move?
We're moving into Ensira today. Still no information on the actual operation, but Abigail has been there ever since we arrived. That should have something on it. Stephen is holding the fort.
So Alistair the Great wants to risk being trapped between us and the Death Thorns, leaving maybe his most clever soldier behind, and Scott most likely still running blind in the forest. Something is not adding up here, and I'm afraid it's too late to figure out.
Thanks for coming
I think
so soon.
in
Before we
Season 1
continue
there
our
are a lot of
conversation, you must
things
know we had to keep you
implied
in the dark due to our
Yeah.
situation
that
with
people
Di.
need to like
Is that why
find
Lewis
out
with Stormy now?
on their own.
Correct.
Yeah.
But Charlie,
In the other
we
seasons
need
we
you
try
to
to
stay
give
sharp.
them a little bit of a
You
hint more
can't lose
than
it
here.
now.
It's Abigail, isn't it? What happened?
They have gone missing. We strongly believe
That's
that they
because
were
like all of season 1 is just one big build up
Captured?
till the end,
By who?
and there's so much you can't say. Or even when you make it like that, there's so much you don't say, I should say.
Hey. Why haven't they killed us already?
Who knows? They could be just playing with us. Trying to lure in the others, maybe? Or maybe they just really know good looks when they see them.
Martin and Lewis just used to be alike a whole lot, and then Lewis changes so much with like after he dies.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's been long enough for the new shifts to come and notice.
See, that's what I like about the other seasons, or about this season though, is the consequences of it.
You have a charming young
Yeah,
man,
a lot of
such
things
nice
happen that
and our lovely host keep you entertained.
make for a whole lot of other things happening in the other seasons. It's a good first season.
So
Like how Lewis becomes the Black Dagger because of this.
Many know of her lineage.
Abigail becomes
My
very
grandfather
scarred.
established a kingdom to the southeast.
Alistair
That was
leaves
taken
and
away
joins
when
the other
Death
side.
Thorns came.
Mm-hmm.
Are they just that aggressive?
Charlie must take so much more responsibility,
They have a rabid obsession with
and Stephen with his gives up on his father and decides to.
They will demand that the trespasser be sacrificed.
He like probably feels like he needs to right the wrongs of his father. Ah, Rosargo and Bliss.
Wow. Rosargo, who's
Here,
that?
my aunt's lover took her. He was a general named.
Oh yeah,
Rosargo.
I would introduce him in season 1, properly. If I were to redo it.
Yeah, we really don't know him at all until he first shows up at jailer for jailer.
As they returned, she strayed into their land, and they came for her.
Oh yeah.
They demanded my grandfather give up the trespasser, his only daughter. Naturally, this was out of the question, and they prepared for battle.
Back when Rosargo didn't have a Naginata, so I gave him an axe.
Yeah.
My aunt couldn't handle them dying for something she did, and she was no coward. She opened the gate and strode into the crowd of savages. It took many men to hold Rosargo back, and the last thing they saw was the Death Thorns engulfing her as the gate closed. Come dawn, the once proud town was but ashes and the dead. Rosargo came out of the mountain, only to find her hanging from a tree, a dozen arrows piercing her flesh.
What was her name?
Bliss Highwind.
You said it happened twice?
Rosargo seethed with hatred for the king for what had happened. People say there was nothing but darkness in his eye.
This is a lot better walking
He
scene.
studied the death.
Yeah, it gets better.
Performed the ritual of acceptance. He was, from that moment, part of their number.
You can tell
marching
because there's
towards
more
our
than 4
kingdom.
people.
He then led them into the city and killed everyone in their path. My grandfather had no other choice than to escape with me and my
No, it's
mother
Helda.
on a ship with as many as we could rescue from the massacre.
Wow, she's a very important
That's
character.
when our kingdom
Yeah.
was born.
You never see her again.
Asunder,
Until you see the backstory of her and Alistair's father in the Andor series.
My
Plug.
father was a traitor to our people. I'd be ashamed to take up the crown.
But you're not your father.
Trust me, not a choice I took lightly. Who doesn't want to become king? No, I'll leave that responsibility to someone else.
So who do you think will take over?
It's in the hands of the Eight until the war is over.
I take it they rule all the kingdoms are now.
First mention of the
For
Eight.
now.
That should have probably been set up better in the beginning.
The Eight? Yeah.
Like that the Eight are controlling it, and I should have explained what is actually happening. Like the rebels are fleeing, the Eight have formed the Shadow Crown Alliance and are now chasing them to get revenge for the kings and queens.
You know what, Martin?
But the thing was that at the time, there were only like 3 members of the Eight, like set in stone.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say it. Okay. If it wasn't for this war, and if we ever met in different circumstances, you seem like a really nice guy. Maybe we could have, gotten together.
You know, I really wouldn't mind that.
Cute.
Please.
I think Kusan played that pretty well.
Kuzan played a lot really well.
Mhm.
She did. She was a really good Abigail.
Very likable.
Don't touch him! You have no reason for doing this! Stop!
I agree.
Don't show the bed. Don't show the bed.
Yeah, so many uses of beds in the first series. First season.
Spot the next episode. Abigail's death was one of the saddest, in my opinion. I'll agree to that.
Him. You have no reason for doing this!
Who said that?
Skilled.
It's alright, Abigail. These fools don't
Yeah.
understand what we're saying.
No.
Stop!
Yeah, it was probably the most. I certainly. Oh no, maybe Steven. Either Steven or
Can you
Abigail.
repeat that? You might be having a cold or something. You really need to repeat that.
Martin, shut up! You're just making them angry!
I'm only making it better. Look at his face. He looks
What a troll.
pissed.
I'll.
Those wooden gates making iron sound effects.
Sure.
I was first gonna compliment the sound effects, and then I thought, wait, it makes no sense.
No, go to complimenting them.
Hey,
I like the sound effects.
Sure, they get no pleasure out of it.
Next time, please don't throw your light away so easily, okay?
I make no promises.
Let's go get them.
Wait a minute. Let's not rush. We only have this one chance to free them. Lewis and I will keep the guard off the cage. You will have to cut the cage locks and pull them out of there. Lewis?
Always preparation with Alistair.
Underestimate him for one moment.
Also, the only way to keep Charlie like helping them is because Abigail was Scott.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, they couldn't have left to come here in the first place with Charlie like roaming around.
Hey, you, paleface. Yeah, you. Over there. Get a grip. Look at this. You think this cage could hold us? I'm like a light.
No, Mandalorian.
Flying through the air, powered by rain.
Oh, what?
Flying wings. Yeah. See,
He didn't do music before season 3, I believe.
No. Yeah, before it was like yeah, season 3.
Yeah, because he did the Alex song. The
Wow, I gotta say, I overestimated them.
They're still human. We got
what other songs did I do? Oh, the 8.
He did do quite a few. He had like 6 or 7
You're not the
songs, I
only one
believe.
that got busy.
Yeah.
No time for small talk. We need to get out of here.
Because even it has to be after season 3, because even the countdown was by you. Countdown to Silence song.
And this is when we reveal that Scott's crew is sabotaging their own people to get a deal with the Death Thorn. There's a burger again. Where's your traitor burger?
Alvaldion, Saltara Pormena, Elita Portario.
Oh, you mean the do. That's the Alex song, which is also my favorite one for him. Oh no man.
They didn't make it back.
Well, they might still have made it out. Give it some more time.
I included that line to show that Lewis cared for the group of people that he commanded.
Lewis cared a lot about a lot of people.
Yeah.
He was just
Maybe that's why he broke so badly.
Yeah,
As he said,
for sure.
Alistair is trapped here in the crossing. And until
Lewis
he
is an
knows
underrated
what
character.
he's doing here, we have no idea why he's letting himself be trapped.
We're just gonna have to push harder before it's too late.
Abby, are we doing the right thing?
Charlie, war is not as black and white as it is in the States. There are genuinely good people on both sides, same as bad. We just gotta hope that these people who we now care for don't get hurt. But just remember, the Shattered Crown must fall.
Roll credits.
To get our family back.
It's pretty silent on this, so my guess is that I've moved south already.
That's good, but don't let your guard down. We can't afford any mistakes.
Understood.
And dead.
The tension in this scene. Again. I really like the music here.
Oh, please, don't get up. I won't be staying long.
Was that really necessary? You could have knocked.
So, I have a few questions for you. Oh, and don't even think about trying anything. I have enough men on standby to take out the whole camp. So let's get to it. Why is Alistair trapping himself at the crossing?
Who said you're invited?
I'm inviting myself.
Well, it was nice finally meeting you, and have a safe journey south. I'm sure Alistair can't wait to see you.
As I thought. You're not going to tell me, are you? Well, it's good that you'll be coming with me then. I don't like surprises.
What makes you think I'll go with you?
It really depends on how much you care for the lives of the people in this space.
So, any clue on what's going to happen?
You see those people over there, and there, and there, and over there, there too. All
That's a lot of bumps.
block and flood the whole area. How come?
Yeah, good thing they protected their bags. Also, Morton explaining this is a little ironic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good point.
I was already thinking that seeing him like standing up on that base and him then telling the plan. Ouch.
You look more and more like your father every day. Don't let his shadow linger on.
Oh yeah, this is Tom talking with himself.
He was misled by some very confused and desperate people. He made his choices and I've made mine.
Are the ravines flooded in a new map? They should be, yeah.
I will not push the wishes of an old man on you, Al. But do you think you could keep my throne warm while I'm gone? Where are you going? All kingdoms have been called for a royal gathering. I hear the king of Hirakan is bringing his young prince Jasavis. Some even say he might challenge you at the festival next year. They try every year, and every year they fail. Will anything but me be discussed? Plenty of different topics. Not
Could be
often
interesting
we'll gather like
if
this.
there had been like
I'm
some
sure
sort of
Namira will present Scott
old
Russell
friendship
with
between
crazy
Jasavis and
military
Alistair,
plans to
more like
protect the world.
fleshed out a little.
Safe journey, grandfather.
Because
On your return,
kind of
you know
implied that they have seen each other a couple times and like dueled.
Alistair, the rebels have been spotted on their way.
Yeah, like I've never imagined them being
One
friends.
problem.
They know of each other, like they're both princes of each their region,
Well,
in a way.
yes. But they can't really... It's like, not really a friendship, but knowing each other and not being able to like do anything other than be friendly to each other since they're both princes.
Jasavis has Stephen. They are on their way here, and I will not let my friend die in our trap. And you, Charlie, will get him out of there before they get here.
And why are we pulling blades on each other?
Oh, we've known ever since you killed Dai. After you...
It's weird hearing double Tom, yes.
We counted on you bringing Jasavis here, so thank you for that. But we need our friend out of the
So yeah, it reveals that
Abigail will
Alistair
stay
and
with
those
us
guys
until
knew
we
all
get her
along
back.
that she was a rebel.
What's going on here? Put the damn blades away before you hurt each other.
Martin, she's a rebel.
Poor Martin.
No. Really, really. What's really going on?
I'm so sorry, Martin.
Get my friend back, and I'll consider letting you two go.
Good tension is in this scene too.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What happened?
No, it's fine. He's not expecting anything.
Oh, he's fine. Just a little insurance with Alistair.
Actually, I need him.
Care to explain why?
I have a lead on their plan, but I need Steven to get past Alistair.
Oh,
should I have
you
had given a reaction to Steven there, maybe?
When I bring him to Scott.
Putting a lead on the beast, I see.
What do you mean, have him say something?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Alistair heard about my situation, huh?
Oh yes, told me all about your little plan.
Ah. So 1, you didn't tell Jasavis. 2, we are still going after my father. So I'd keep going back and forth here, but can't wrap my head around where this is going.
Well, this time, I have you on the lead.
Charlie playing all the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Steven?
Martin, please. Don't come over here.
Why, Abigail?
I don't give a shit.
Why? I trusted you. All this bullshit about your family being taken.
It wasn't a lie.
Then explain. Why are you fighting for them?
The rebels never took my sister. The Shattered Crown did.
What? Why would the Alliance take them?
There is much you don't know about your honorable alliance.
Are you gonna tell them though? No? Okay.
No.
It's time.
Gotta keep it secret.
This is interesting.
CS1 is 1 hour
You sure
11
you can
minutes.
handle this?
As long as you keep out of it.
I make no promises. Now let's stop wasting time and go get my son back.
Finally, something we agree on. Lewis, bring her over.
No. Let me do this.
Are we getting to the threshold of the series?
So many things happen because some people are too nice.
No, wait, what do you mean?
Well, just the fact Martin being here because he asked to be there.
Oh yeah.
Move Abigail. And just also a lot of things, right? Like Charlie feeling guilty about killing Di.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven doing a whole lot of things just because it's a good thing to do instead of following his father. Like there's just a lot of nice people.
Don't comment on the army changing behind yourselves.
Is this the part where you lead?
I'm going down there. Alistair, I trust you. I don't trust him. Do not let him near the signal.
Uh-oh.
I trust you, Alistair.
I trust you. You hear me? I trust you. Yes. 2 against... Oh no, never mind. Think, all of these are people.
It's crazy.
This is the most people I've had in Shadow Crown at the same time. Body acting. We were up to like 50 people or so.
The party? Don't worry. You have plenty of rats in your trap.
It's all for nothing if he's not here.
For you, not the Shattered Crown. And if you're not up for the task, please step aside.
I will not leave you in charge.
Then you better.
Oh yeah, that's what they were doing. They were setting up the bombs so they were gonna trap the rebels in it and blow it up. Yeah, that's... Yes. I remember.
Yes.
Come on, Abigail, we have to move. We are watching our friends kill each other. It's all so pointless.
Hey, I like them too, but we had to do this. We got to end the war if we're to find my parents, your sister.
But for what? I can't just stand here and watch Martin die like this. Abby, you go take out the explosives, and I'll try to get us all out.
I think this is like the turning point where Abigail becomes more of the overall plan doesn't matter anymore. It's the individuals we care about.
Yeah.
Well, Charlie is still more like she becomes more leader after this.
Change of heart already?
Well, it's because Abigail is in love now. While Charlie, she has friendships, but that's where it ends for her right now.
Her main objective is still finding parents.
Yeah. It's also Abigail that gives the speech about how it's war, but it's still like the people you care about.
You know, you have to give
on
the
both
signal.
sides,
People die
good and
all
bad.
the time in war, and we lose the ones close to us. You know this, Alistair. Just do it.
You better shut your mouth before I make you. There is no way I will ever listen to you or do as you say. This is my plan and will happen when I say. My friend,
I feel like there's like a Mufasa Scar thing going on here.
It will happen, with or without you.
I can see that.
Where is it?
I always find it weird when Charlie and Steven are in a scene together. Because they're both kind of like main characters in a way. Like the way Steven at least becomes a main character.
Yeah,
And
because after this they are never together anymore.
Yeah.
They just have completely different stories. It splits here, but a lot of things split here though.
Yeah.
This is like where everyone disbands from their original groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like kinda goes separate ways.
I wonder how Steven would have been with Charlie after this. if they were to
Alistair,
meet again.
There's no more time to waste. The Death
I
Thorns
think
are
it's
coming in numbers.
hard
We can't
since
let
they
them
both
through
have
the
very
crossing,
like
or we are all
outspoken
dead.
personalities.
Nobody knows better than you what happens.
I think it's good
Do
that they
it.
were split up. So they both could have their spotlight.
I recommend at this point that you run.
I just wonder, like, would he have been supporting them?
I don't think so. He's someone that really needs to know all the information. That's what he does too. Like he thinks that his father's probably wrong, but he doesn't know. Like he really needs like to know before he takes sides.
Oh, you know what the dream team would have been had he survived? He brings back the contract. The rebels continue on. Him and Lewis as the Black Dagger go together to work as like their own little group.
They're their own army. Yeah, they're like an army of their own.
I'm sorry, my friend.
But yeah, yeah, Kata, Charlie X Steven. They would have been a power couple. Oh, can you imagine if Steven became king and Charlie queen?
Oh God, how can you say that?
Oh, rip Martin. Oh.
It's so sad. I'm actually getting goosebumps.
Your friend.
I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them.
Better turn to alcoholism.
I will kill you for this. Both of you. I swear.
Bye bye, Alistair.
Even after this, it's still really hard to dislike Alistair.
F in chat for Martin.
Like, so many people dislike Charlie for what she did, but Alistair is just always loved.
Yeah, he killed somebody too.
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah. But I guess that's more like pushed by Scott, so therefore they don't blame him.
Steven, my son, so happy to see you made it out of there.
Like, everyone just has to do what they have to do here.
Now that Alistair is out of the picture, you and I can finally make some changes around here.
No.
What?
I saw them.
Scott just wants to be loved, man.
Now let me explain.
He just wants people to love him, his son to love him, his wife to love him, but no.
He is
We
just
gotta make choices other people wouldn't. So
really the wrong person for that.
Not like this. I refuse to win a war like this. You make the rebels seem like the better option.
So,
kind of like the child that tries to get attention by like throwing a
you may
fit.
be a monster,
Yeah.
but you're still my father. So I'll leave you.
Just
here to
like
rot
want
in
some
your own
love.
guts. And
I don't know
you ever
how, so
dare
I'll just
come close to
scream
mothering
and
myself
shout.
ever again. You're on your own now.
Basically, Scott.
Father.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. This is... why didn't I make a copy of the set? Ah.
For my brother. I shall make it right.
Oh, what is that, a dagger?
I was still not giving up on my parents. Rebels or Alliance doesn't matter anymore. It's only us or them.
Well, you do kind of lead the rebels after this, so it does kind of matter.
I'm always with you, Charlie. We will get our family back.
Lewis?
Well, you know.
You need Alistair, huh? As long as I can have him once you're done with him.
It's settled then. There'll be no more hiding in the shadows. The rest of the road ahead is straight forward.
No more hiding in the shadows.
Let's end this war.
I'm a black dagger. I hide in the shadows.
Scott tries to get attention by killing all the kings and queens, yes. I mean, he kind of does.
That's pretty much what he does, yeah.
I love this scene.
My friend, can't blame yourself for all the things you've done in the past. It's just the past.
Oh boy.
You have to let it go.
You have been chasing me for a while. As stubborn as your grandfather.
If only you hadn't killed him.
We both just lost a lot of men. Many close friends. That might have been prevented if only I could get to you sooner.
If I had found you sooner, I would have killed you on the spot. But I have seen enough death.
Two
for a
amazing
lifetime
characters.
I did not kill your grandfather or any of the kings.
Amazing actors too.
I was set up by the 8 lords who formed the Shattered Crown Alliance. I was lucky I got out alive.
Who then ended the life of my grandfather? Tell me!
Dun dun dun.
Scott Russell.
You don't even need like a real or animated thing. You can see like the realization in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like he's right. He knows that Gustavus is right.
Yeah.
Rule of the 8. Alistair Highwind has joined the traitor Prince Gustavus and shall be brought to justice. Bring me his head.
And done.
The end. Wow. It's so short. Compared to like all the other.
Yeah. We're like halfway through season 2 now.
Yeah. And then like a third through season 3.
Skype chat.
Skype chat. Rest in peace.
God, this is so long ago. Oh.
This was really long ago.
Okay.
Wow. Nice
Well,
seeing it
no.
again.
Yeah, how did you feel about it now, watching it again? Is there anything you like realized or like changed your mind on or anything?
Actually, maybe. I think I do. Now like it more. I think really compared to like the other seasons, just also what I said about like things being more explained in the other seasons. Like if you watch this a couple times, you just keep finding more things here. Like really the subtle parts or like the reference. Well, things that aren't really references, but things that we worked upon in the next seasons that actually get meaning now.
Yeah.
I think it does actually do a good job setting up stuff.
I think there's a lot of things good about it, but if anything, like when I said when I would go back and fix some things, I would expand a lot of things. I would make more relationship scenes between Martin and Lewis. I would made the first attack of the rebels on Scott's base bigger. Maybe more emphasis on Scott's secret plan.
Yeah. And just like also the general like
also added Rosargo in season 1 instead of 2.
Yep, that would. But just like the general like quality would, if you were to redo it now, would be a lot higher, I think. Because it's good. There's just some parts that it's obvious that this was really early on with you trying to figure stuff out. And even more so in the beginning than near the end. There's a lot of nice scenes. At the beginning, they're all just like you can see what's going on, but it's not as well done as nowadays, or even at the end of season 1.
Well, to be fair though, if we made it now, it would be better than all 3 seasons because of I didn't get my PC before the only thing that is shaders in Shattered Crown is the end credits, which is the only thing I've done on my PC.
Yeah.
And like it would have shaders, it would have blockbuster, it would have the better PC
and also
qualities in
you're
general.
still like improving every time. Everything has been like getting better and better, and it's not done yet.
Yeah.
Like, every episode, well, it's gonna not like linearly get better, but if you make like 5 more seasons of stuff, they're still gonna be better one after the other. I think. Not forever, but still for a while. It really gets so much better. Things you learn, new programs.
Who would you say are the standout characters for this one?
Actually, more so than I remembered, Steven.
Mm-hmm.
He actually plays a pretty big role. He kind of, while Scott is away, takes over Scott's role under Alistair. Which, of course, Alistair, big role, but that kind of goes without saying. Same with like the main characters that stay main characters, Charlie, Abigail, Lewis. The people that don't have a lot of screen time, Jasavis and
one scene that I now, after seeing it again, I really appreciate is the Jasavis and Steven scene before he gets taken. When Jasavis takes over their camp.
Right. Yeah.
That scene I really like. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of Jasavis' only real scene.
True.
Because he does have he has some appearances. He talks with Charlie, but no words are said. Same with the boat, but nothing really happens. I think he could have played a bigger role in this season too.
He does get a bigger part in season 2, though.
Yeah. He gets big. It's just in this season it could have been more, I think.
What I'm just wondering about though is should I have done the switcheroo of like, or should I try to keep it secret that they're rebels, that the rebels aren't that bad, and that the alliance is actually created by corruption?
I would say that with how much people like still think that the rebels are bad, which we know by being like knowing like the first-hand comments from people that they still dislike the rebels. I think it's good to have them already shown as not horrible people to be able to turn them into the good guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a lot harder, I think.
Okay. Thanks for watching, Skeld. But yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I think we said most of it. Excited to do the other seasons where
I'm even more so excited.
Say a little more about the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, because you jumped in on. I had written all the episodes, hadn't I?
Of season 2, yeah.
And you came. I read the script for you. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I showed you the Earthscar set and all that stuff.
We went episode by episode, and then we still did make a few changes. Because by that time Sky had left. Kind of the primary role. He was still around, but then I kind of took up where he left off. We made some changes, mostly minor ones. I think we may have done a couple biggish things, but then I also worked on like the execution with like how the scenes turned out, building, and helping with the body acting, voice acting.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be able to say a lot more about the other seasons.
Yeah, they're a lot more fun to talk about in general because there's so much we set up and do and
the actual setups happened. Like here, we just retconned the the backstories and the setups, but in the
we actually started setting it up more so in season 2.
We had some ideas what we were going to do with season 3, even though we changed it up a lot.
Yeah,
but we had some things that we could leave clues for.
Yeah, we had an end goal kinda, but then But then when we got to season 3, we went through a lot of what ifs that did change a lot, but still kind of the same. Yeah, we'll get to that though when we watch the other 2 seasons. But for now, though,
yeah. Sorry, one more. With season 3, just to catch up
Yeah.
on what you said, that we did change a lot, but we kept the hints that we left in season 1 and 2.
Yeah, that makes
make
sense.
them fit in the season 3. Well, with season 2 and 3, we kind of made it up and then retconned it, which made sense eventually because there just wasn't enough in season 1. But I think it's good that in season 3 we kept with what we had going on.
Yeah. And we tie it nicely back to the beginning of season 1 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do season 2 soon enough, I hope.
Hopefully.
I would like to do the other 2 before you go to America, but if not, then we'll just take it after.
Yeah, I hope so. It's gonna be close, but
yeah,
we'll have to see.
Okay, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys soon, hopefully. Ha det!
Goodbye.